Alrighty, welcome back to another episode. Let's get straight into it. A woman on American Airlines wants off after claiming an individual was not real. Now, while I'm not here to decide if she was legit or if she was just off her meds, I'm here to say if you haven't bought the cheapest American airline ticket since the pandemic because of this incident, you probably missed out. Also, I refuse to believe that a shapeshifter is flying D boarding pass Southwest coach. Let's get another round of applause. The new Threads app just launched and is said to be a rival to Twitter, aka Rent-A-Center. It was so awesome to be early on a new app that everybody is talking about. I mean, I was the 30 millionth user, but nonetheless, early. Then the already successful people came and put us back in our places. Why were there so many people with millions of followers already bragging about how many followers they accumulated on this new app? Like, no shit you would. I have an idea where there needs to be an app where up-and-comers can grow and build. No successful people allowed. It's kind of like the minor league or G League for social media. I'm just getting tired of competing with Ronaldo and Kylie Jenner for followers. Keke Palmer's husband is pissed. Oh, what's that sound? That's the sound when you let social media get into your personal business. For some reason, he decided to go online and call her out about her outfit that she was wearing at the Usher concert in Las Vegas, claiming that because she was a mom, it was inappropriate. Now, I'm not one to say what someone is comfortable with or how other people's relationships are ran, but jumping to the socials, the most toxic place on planet Earth, and also claiming that because she's a mom, she can't dress that way is not gonna help your case at all. Nonetheless, right on cue, the women begin to drag him, question him, and bring up old tweets. And everyone knows when it comes to social media, when the old tweets resurface, game, set, match. And with this Keke Palmer incident, I wanted to talk about how people are using relationships and their kids to create a business via social media. Now, don't get it twisted. It's very smart, right, to create a business out of something that you already have, something that's natural, the resources. You don't have to go overseas to buy stuff or create some type of marketing or anything, right? It's your kids, it's your girlfriend, it's your husband. It's easy. You just film your natural life, vlogging or raising your children, and people love it. They'll give you money. You can create a whole business. Makes perfect sense. But like I said earlier, the internet, specifically social media, is one of the most toxic places on earth, right? So what comes with that is the gain, the reward worth the risk, right? I mean, even now already on the Threads app, somebody pinpointed in the terms and agreements that in order for you to completely delete your Threads account, to have everything wiped off, it seems like you're gonna have to delete your Instagram account as well. Now, on one end, that seems very, vindictive or tricky to have somebody bind into what we're calling a 360 contract, right? But on the other end, it's kind of holding people accountable from saying wild things on burner accounts and deleting them. At least that's what it seems like from the beginning. So if you're not going to go online saying anything crazy or wild, then you don't have anything to worry about. But like I said, with the old tweets, you don't know what could be considered normal now, and then 10 years from now, somebody go back and bring it up. We've seen it done a million times. So that's where the risk comes from. But to my point, the example with, for instance, when people put their kids all over your social media, or they create their brand around their kids, you're putting them on an app that you didn't even read the binding agreement. You don't even know what rights these apps have to your kids, their likeness, like their name, everything you're getting, everything you're putting on the app. You don't even know what you're giving them access to. And then on top of that, you're giving millions and millions of normal people and millions of random people, pedophiles, killers, stalkers, serial killers, all types of stuff. They know what your kid look like. They give house tours. People know what your house look like. People can start piecing together when you're driving places and restaurants you go to, that you frequent to, that you're shouting out, the neighborhood you live in. Like, there are people who can really pin down where you are, and you're really putting people's lives at risk. And I use the kids because they don't have a say so, right? Us as adults, we make the choice if we want to make ourselves the forefront of a business or for social media, if we want to stream or talk to the camera. Kids don't have that choice. Most parents are using their kids for rollouts. Let's just keep it honest. A lot of adults are online. They have nothing to talk about. They have nothing to offer. They just lurk all day on other people's social medias, judging in their comments, talking crap behind their back, and have nothing to offer. But as soon as they get in a relationship or have a kid, that's what they push, that's what they post. And it's like you're now using your kid as a rollout, as to be relevant online, just to get likes and views, because you couldn't get it on your own, because you didn't have any cool ideas or any talent, which is okay. Nobody says that you have to be on social media and be talented. It's okay just to be on and observe. But then when you flip it and all of a sudden you're going to put your kid in the forefront, if you weren't comfortable enough to put yourself in the forefront, why would you put your kid in the forefront? Because it gets likes and views. That's just my assumption. You can prove me wrong. I don't think you can. And then now also with this relationship things, you see it happen all the time. So many couples break up or divorce literally off of what stories are getting leaked, what people are saying in comments, whether they want to admit it or not. And this situation, he calls her out for maybe, again, we don't know their situation, right? We don't know what their agreements are. We don't know what they're good with. But now you got people saying like, you want morals and you want her to do wifely things, and you're not even wifing her. I don't know if they're married secretly or not, but apparently that's what they're saying. They're not even married, right? So now they're calling that out. They're bringing up old tweets where he said something about it was an unarmed black shooting, and he said some wild stuff about that. Now it's like, this is what you brought to your situation. And I believe she then reposted a video of her when she was pregnant in like a bra and panty dancing, and everybody's like, I'm sure he was recording that, or he didn't have a problem with that, because the real issue that everyone is believing is the fact that Usher was serenading her and that his insecurities came out, right? He probably could have a point. He probably does feel that way about his relationship, because a lot of people are saying like, you don't want your wife out there, but that's a toxic thing that men do, right? Because he used that keyword, you're a mom. And I think that's where it invalidated everything he said, because moms can be sexy. Moms can dress risque. Don't put that pressure on her that she has to now walk around and be this square turtleneck sweater lunch packing mom and no longer can be sexy because she's a mom, because that's what women hate. That's what they fight against. That's one of the things they do not like about men, is trying to tell them how to dress because of their circumstances. So when he said that invalidated it. He doubled down on it, but it really just seemed like she was dressed like that and another man was serenading her. But then the question becomes, you got to know who you're with, right? I asked that question a couple of videos ago, like if you're dating an actress or an actor and they have a kissing or sex scene, in that world, that's just their job. But he seems like a guy that probably would not be comfortable with that. And she's an actor. She was singing with them. They're performers. This is their job. That's a moment. Like in their business, that's a moment. Like, and then when you look at it, there was nothing inappropriate. And me personally, I wouldn't have a problem with that if that was my girl, but that's me. Other people have different, standards and thresholds of what they have to deal with. But the last thing you want to do is to allow social media into your relationship, into your personal business. Because now look, it's on the tabloids. You got people pitting them against each other. His character is getting thrown out of whack. They're framing him to be a certain guy, and he's probably a great guy for all we know, just had a moment. And instead of calling her, talking to her, and keeping it offline, he decided to bring it to social media, which in 2023, like, people have to know. You should not be doing that. But you look at the Shade Room and World Star, and people are just constantly putting their business out because they've been convinced, all publicity is good publicity, clicks and views and impressions. Hey, now everybody's watching. Release the album, drop the clothing line, drop the makeup line. Now that everybody's in your life, and it's just like everything has become a business, and a lot of people don't keep things sacred anymore. And I would say, the safety of your kids and your relationship, you should probably try to build around your talents or something else you have to offer to the table, and keep those things private. That's my 2 cents. Thank you for listening to another episode. For full audio only, you can go to whogottheaux.com for full video episodes of the podcast, other content, and inspirational videos, motivational videos. YouTube, Who Got the Aux Media, Who Got the Aux, one word, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and now Threads. I merged my Instagram with Threads, so I'm on Threads. And I was gonna say Who Got the Aux _ Twitter, but I was already didn't like Twitter. I was forcing myself to get on Twitter, but now Threads, might not keep a Twitter for too long, but Twitter, Who Got the Aux _ I appreciate everybody listening, tuning in with me. I'll see you at the next episode. I'm out.